Hello everyone and welcome to Fun Day Friday with Nancy Drew, Tomb of the Lost Queen, Part 3. Looks like the last part we ended here talking to Abdullah. Let's check our task list and see what we need to do.
Did that.
Oh, we found the burial chamber. We need to find a way to snoop into the bunks.
Still have to do that.
Explore the tunnels.
Can't check that off yet.
The antique tent.
Still have to do that.
Okay, we haven't found the last piece of that, the amulet.
Did that.
Okay. We haven't done that. Okay, we were calling... I think the last part we said we were gonna call, who was it? Prudence?
Haven't done that.
Is that... Oh, we can't use
This
the
is
filter.
not the best place to make a call.
Okay. Let's go right here. No, not... Who did I say? We're calling Professor Hotchkiss. Find
Hotchkiss
out.
here?
It's Nancy Drew.
Oh, Francine, dear, I'm so glad you called. I've been having the most infuriating problem with my internet.
This is Nancy Drew.
Oh, you young people are so refreshing, always in search of new identities. The problem is that I downloaded this program called Weather Monkey. At my age, it's important that I keep abreast of all meteorological developments. But now I'm starting a new book, and I can't focus on my work because the Weather Monkey keeps yelling the weather at me.
Maybe you should uninstall it?
I will do no such thing. That would be tantamount to murder.
Maybe turn it down?
Brilliant and fantastic. Oh, yes, Samantha, you are a ticket. I would love to help you, but how do I know you again?
Nancy Drew. We've met a few times.
Aha, now I remember you. If life were a good book, you'd be my favorite reoccurring character.
I'm in Egypt, and I need your help.
Egypt? Well, why didn't you say that instead of chattering away about my internet problem?
I don't know how to respond to that. I read your book, and I thought maybe you could help.
You found my book while you were in Egypt. The serendipity is as delectable as Chateaubriand smothered in lavender lemon juice. I am at your disposal.
I didn't exactly find it. You sent it to me. You even signed it.
Oh dear, I sign and send lots of things.
Okay.
Have you heard of the theory that aliens built the pyramids?
Oh, that old gem. Yes, who cares?
Who cares?
Well, unless they're sending us a bill, does it matter?
With all of your work, I assume you'd at least care.
Oh, no, dear. You mustn't let those things bother you. Some of us have keen observational skills and a rigid adherence to the scientific method. And some of us have thought processes that best resemble a piñata explosion at a sugar-fueled child's birthday extravaganza. Either way, if it encourages people to witness the marvels of ancient Egypt in person, it's good work, in my opinion.
Do you believe the Anunnaki exist?
You may as well be asking me if I believe Brian Abernathy Fultonbright exists. I don't know, and further, I could only guess.
Is that a name you just made up?
Yes. Now, given the fact that there are 7+ billion people on Earth, it stands to reason that he may be a real person. And if we apply the Drake equation, we will find the astronomical, no wordplay intended, dear, number of habitable planets in the universe. It is possible that the Anunnaki may exist. But since the evidence is shaky at best, I am much more interested in the here and now.
Same here. You said the evidence of the Anunnaki is shaky. What evidence is there?
Some say if you look at the hieroglyphs, you'll see some of the figures holding flashlights.
Okay, that's strange.
Well, not exactly. It's easy to see what you want to see. Seeing the tombs always made me feel quite simply famished. As the long days would pass, the murals would become quite simply delicious. Oh, Cyrus would be holding the most wonderful caramel flans. Reeds would be chicken wings, and cipher for twisted flax would transmogrify into warm, straight out of the oven, garlic knots right before my eyes. My point is that you can see what you want to see. And what I want to see is that takeout menu for the Spicetown Speakeasy. I may have to put you on hold, dear. Just a moment.
I'm still on.
Hotchkiss here. I'd like baguette stuffed with mushroom and sautéed asparagus, and a beef jerky salad with caramel vinaigrette.
That can't be a real food item.
Is that still you, Norma?
Nancy?
Is this your first day at Spicetown? I'm Hotchkiss. We'll be talking to each other quite often. Would you kindly summarize your personality for me, for efficiency's sake?
No, it's Nancy Drew. Still on the line, still in Egypt.
Oh, drat and drat. Well, perhaps I'll just be dull and prepare myself a curried waffle sandwich.
Have you heard of Abdullah?
Yes, I have. He is December on my Men of Archaeology calendar.
You're kidding me. Does that exist?
It existed the second I made it. Is he there with you?
Yes. He seems full of himself.
He is. Oh, I am not an advocate of pulpy romance novels, but if I were, I'd call that an archable trait. In Chapter 1, he'd swagger into the excavation site, the picture of a rascal with his dusty leather jacket and decidedly European haircut. His cocky ne'er-do-well smirk displaying his perfectly white teeth, but by the end he'd be sweetly holding flowers and saying, "Professor Hotchkiss, I'm dying to discuss your latest publication." A colleague of mine has guilted me into editing her latest romance novel, and I must confess I cannot wait until the project is completed. Reading page after page is absolutely wreaking havoc on my metaphors. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I no longer know.
Abdullah, that's what. He's a cold-blooded hotshot with only one setting: success. Oh, sorry, I've also been helping my nephew break into the movie trailer business. Oh, Hotchkiss, why must you always burn the candle at both ends? He's a good archaeologist who knows Egypt inside and out. He could teach you a thing or two, just don't pick up the attitude.
Have you heard of an expedition that went off in search of Nefertari years ago?
Oh, yes. The team in which everyone died. Is that the one?
Yes. Do you think that story is true?
Oh, heavens, yes. It's deadly out there in the desert. Think about it. You're going out there in search of dead bodies. There must be a reason they're in favor of the area.
But this expedition wasn't searching for QV66, right?
Indeed not. That had already been discovered. They were searching for Nefertari's mummy.
What do you think happened to them?
Oh, it's best to not concern yourself about that now, given your current location.
Lily seems to be taking this curse business very seriously.
I thought you were Lily.
The other Lily?
Hotchkiss prank! Oh, you're such a good sport, Nadine. That's a little silly of her, don't you think? Curses may only be a figment of our overactive imaginations.
That's what I think.
There are more pressing things to worry about. Most Egyptologists die because the desert is inhospitable and positively crawling with diseases. Horrid molds and bacteria that have been breeding for thousands of years unchecked. And let's not forget the lack of structural integrity of most of the tombs.
That's less than reassuring.
Oh dear, everybody dies, but life isn't worth living if you don't take a few risks. Although I guess I should stress that everyone dies much faster in the desert. Much, much faster.
What do you know about Nefertari?
Ah, a love story. Oh, break out the tissue papyrus, because when I'm done there won't be a dry Horus in the house.
What?
Look it up, dear. Ramses II and Nefertari shared a love so vast the world could scarcely contain it. I'm talking about the kind of love you spell capital L, capital O, heart instead of a V, capital E. They stood side by side and ruled the world, but as they saw the years stretch out before them, they were keenly aware that a handful of decades would never cut it. They needed to be together always.
That's sweet.
And relevant. The Ancient Egyptians believed that life was little more than a dress rehearsal for eternity. I found records that they concocted a plan to be together forever, side by side.
Why not be buried side by side?
They foresaw a volatile future for their kingdom, and they were correct. They knew they would have to enact safeguards. That's why in 1904, when QV-66, the so-called tomb of Nefertari, was found, her body was not there.
What are the chances we found Nefertari's tomb?
If I were a gambling Hotchkiss, I'd say 60-40.
I still don't get all this business with QV-66. Why build a fake tomb?
For the same reason I never carry my passport in my purse when I travel. Some things are too valuable to leave in a tempting place.
You mentioned an expedition that found QV-66, Nefertari's tomb.
It was one of the most significant finds in archaeology. They call it the Sistine Chapel of Egypt. It's where my fascination with the royalty of Egypt was born. The color alone took my breath away. We think of ancient Egypt as being a subdued sand color, but it was a riotous display with all the visual delights of a midsummer gelato shop cooler case.
And you don't think Nefertari was entombed there?
They only found kneecaps, which supposedly means that her tomb was robbed.
You disagree?
I do. What good is the mummy without the context? It's the placement in the tomb that makes the mummy valuable.
Why is Nefertari so important?
There are two queens I find most fascinating in ancient Egypt, and for exactly the same reason. They were hidden. Hatshepsut is the first.
I think I've heard of her. She was the pharaoh that was almost removed from the historical record, right?
Exactly. 20-some years of peace and stability, and after she dies, Thutmose III's ancient cronies try to erase her from the record.
Why?
Jealousy, revenge, fear that his reign would never equal hers. You name it, but you can't keep a good woman down. Despite the efforts of Thutmose III's supporters, her legacy endured.
And Nefertari?
In my opinion, she's the opposite. She was obsessively preserved in the historical record, but it was her tomb that was hidden.
How sure are you that Nefertari's tomb was hidden?
There was something strange about QV-66. I think that might be why it is off limits to this day.
It is?
To you and me, at the very least. There is a rumor that the tomb has a clue to the true location of Nefertari's mummy.
Really?
Who knows? I'll tell you this. I didn't have time to read all of the hieroglyphs, but I noticed that the syntax was a little, shall we say, wonky?
I don't know how hieroglyph syntax could be non-wonky.
True, but it was almost as if Nefertari and Ramses II had their own language.
I need your help. The hieroglyphs here don't make sense.
Then you are in for a treat. I like my puzzles as tempting as the gooseberry pie from San Rios in Little Brazil, and as complex as the ginger lime sauce they lovingly smother it in. You should focus on what doesn't make sense. Look for a part of the pattern that has no earthly business being there.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Well, I dare say that was a headache and a half.
Still have to do that.
I thought we were supposed to call Hotchkiss to figure this one out. Okay, yeah, Hotchkiss. Let's call Jon.
Hi.
Abdullah seems confused by the hieroglyphs in the tomb.
Really?
You sound surprised.
Astonished, dumbfounded, with a twist of smug thrown in to soothe my ego.
So, if he's confused...
Then it is confusing. He's one of the brightest minds in the field. If he's stumped, something unique is going on here.
A tour guide just appeared out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, really. He showed up when we found the tomb.
You're 100 kilometers outside of Cairo. That's too far afield to have a wacky next-door neighbor.
Huh?
Sorry. I'm not used to watching this much television. It's doing strange things to my brain. Whatever he says, he didn't just drop in. He must be up to something.
Are you familiar with the Anunnaki?
Oh, please, not you too.
No, Jamila. She's got a lot to say on the topic.
Good. I'm not saying there isn't alien life, but why insist that aliens built the pyramids? Humans have made a mess of so many things. Just let us keep that check mark in the victory column.
What do you know about Abdullah?
He's almost as brilliant as he thinks he is.
He seems a little full of himself.
A little. With that amount of swagger, you'd think he invented sand.
Do you think he's behind your attack?
I don't think so. This isn't the first time we've butted heads. I'd think that if he were to attack me, he wouldn't sneak up from behind.
How's the recovery coming?
Good. I am at the point where watching television is tedious again, so that's a good sign. TV is very frustrating for the solution-oriented personality.
I don't think I've heard that before.
It's true. I find myself yelling, "Test your hypothesis before acting on it," at all of the sitcoms. Truthfully, I'm still feeling a little woozy. As soon as I can stand without feeling dizzy, I am on my way back to the site, even if I have to sneak out of here.
Lily seemed upset about me doing any work here.
Show me a PhD student who isn't upset about something, and I'll build you your very own pyramid.
Why would she want to keep me away from your work?
I have no clue. If she wants to play at being in charge, let her. It'll save you a lot of headaches.
What do you know about Lily?
Not much. She's with Abdullah's team. It's just strange that she's out there.
Why?
I never say a critical word about a student, but the archaeology community is small, people talk. I guess all I'm going to say is it's surprising Abdullah put her on his team.
You can't just leave it at that. The curiosity center of my brain is going to go into full meltdown.
I can't, Nancy. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to talk about it.
I'd better get going.
Catch you later.
I want to say that was ominous, but I could be mistaken about my word of choice of word.
Hi, Nancy.
What do you think of Jamila?
When she talks to me, I always keep checking for the hidden camera.
It definitely
Huh?
was strange, though.
No one can be that nuts. I'm still convinced we're gonna end up on a hidden camera show called Suckers Talking to Crazies.
Don't you think you're being a little harsh?
I'm nowhere near as harsh as she is crazy. You could take that to the bank. The crazy bank. Wait a second. I didn't even... Do you actually agree with her about aliens?
Well, crazier things have happened.
Okay, so you're nuts. I'll make a note of it and hide the sharp things. I don't know why Abdullah doesn't just kick her out.
What do you think about Dylan?
Did we accidentally invite the whole world to this dig? With the exception of a decent work crew, that is. Although I do hate that I don't know why he is here. He is definitely easy on the eyes.
Agreed.
But if he stays out in the sun any longer, he's going to get all lobstery. Definite turnoff for us land dwellers.
Do you think this really is Nefertari's tomb?
I really hope so.
Why isn't she in the tomb in the Valley of the Queens?
There could be a lot of reasons. The worst case is grave robbers, but we really don't think that's the case.
Why not?
Because her valuables were found, but her body wasn't. Doesn't make sense. We think she was hidden. Ramses II was known to be very protective, and he was very concerned about the afterlife. It's possible Ramses built a false tomb to make sure she'd be undisturbed. There are many stories of his love for her, but we don't know how true they are.
If he went through so much trouble, don't you feel strange about disturbing her tomb?
No. Someone will do it eventually. If we get there first, she'll be treated with respect, and she'll truly get to live on forever. If someone else finds her, she'll go to the highest bidder.
If you're so interested in Nefertari, why aren't you below?
Promise you won't make fun of me?
Sure.
I'm a woman of science, okay? But the curse thing rattled me. I need to do research now anyway. I'd prefer to do it where nothing will fall on me. And maybe get a little FaceTime with a certain British someone.
I'll catch you later.
See ya.
Okay.
Still have to do that.
So I guess we need to go talk to Abdullah about Dylan, or we need to go talk to Jamila about Dylan. First, let's talk to Dylan.
Hello.
What brought you to this site?
This might be the next it spot. If it is, I want to have the first tour up and running.
Isn't that a little premature? Tour groups might not even be allowed out here.
Well, then I took a trip to the place I've always wanted to see. No loss.
You seem very casual about everything.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
It makes me think you might be hiding something.
If I'm hiding something, then I'm doing such a good job, even I don't notice.
I know you didn't just come here to get a tan. Do you really think this is Nefertari's tomb?
It better be, otherwise I'm very lost.
What does that mean?
She's why I'm here. As a tour guide, I love the sites that tell a story. And Ramses I and Nefertari have the making of a classic love story, if we can find her here.
You mean Ramses the Second, right?
I do? I mean, yes, I do. Of course. Strange life being a king. You get everything but your own name.
What do you think of Lily?
She's definitely my type.
What do you mean?
Cute, interesting, and not interested. Just like my last girlfriend. Very driven. PhD student, probably has a cramped apartment full of dehydrated plants. She's probably going to come off a little rough-edged.
I'd better get going.
I'll be seeing ya.
Okay. Oh. Guess that'll be useful. Oops. I did not mean to do that actually this time. There we go. Let's talk to Abdullah again.
Yes?
Oh, or not.
I'd better get going.
See you later.
Okay, let's go find Jamila. Oh. Wait a minute. No, okay. I'm not sure what that was that we just picked up. See, is she down this way? No. I guess she's down the other one. There she is.
Hello.
What do you think of Dylan?
The tour guide.
Yeah,
Did I have to have an opinion of him?
I guess not.
Oh, good. That's a relief.
How well do you know Lily?
I like Lily. She's not a friend to the cause, but I can look past that.
Friend to the cause?
You know, rolling out the red carpet for our celestial others.
Oh, that.
I've been trying to teach her about the true purpose of the hidden tombs, but she's not receptive.
Earlier, you said true purpose of the tombs. What did you mean?
The Anunnaki had much to teach us. Too much. They hid the secrets on Earth. And when we master all these lessons, they will return to the temples and they will take the most enlightened among us with them.
What will happen to everyone else?
But for those who do not pass the test, there will be war and famine. The Earth's rage will overcome them and they will fall. The blue light of the Earth will go dim in the night sky.
That is bleak.
I know, right? That is why I tried to get Lily to embrace the Anunnaki. She does not care.
I'm still not a believer.
But look around! This temple is proof. There is no way all of this could have been built without their help.
All those things seem like human accomplishments to me.
As they were designed to look. But I had hoped that you could see the strings, and not just the puppet.
I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
Haven't done that.
We still somehow not finished that one. Let's see. Okay. Shattered pieces. Let's go back up to the, I guess it's the antiques tent. This one. Oh,
flashlight's dead. I'll need to find another light source. It looks like someone was tampering with these wires.
Alrighty. Wait, what is this? Oh. Let's see. Oh. Okay. So we can look at on this shelf? Yeah, it is. Oh! Oh. There we go. Oh, wait. Can we look at this? No. Down the center.
This is approximately where the other amulet pieces were found.
There we go. Okay, let's go finish the amulet now.
Got it.
Cool. And then we took it. I guess we glued it back together. Let's see.
That's done. Still have to do that.
Well, what do we need to do then? Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna see, was it wasn't down this way. Actually, no. Okay. We go this way. Okay.
The flashlight isn't working. I better find something else to light the way.
What is this? No, okay.
A lamp! Great! I just need to find a way to get it working.
That's what
I
that's
wonder
for.
if I could find a way to light the entire room. Let there be lamp. Okay, way too heavy. If I could make some sort of lever, I bet I could use that hole and open the coffin.
Oh my.
What was that? It sounds like it came from the entrance.
Yeah, let's go check that out real quick. Oh my.
Yes?
That was a close call with the scaffolding.
I've seen worse. 20 years ago, we were in a tomb, a minor site. A guide, much like your boy Dylan, kicked over a support beam and crash! It all came down. 7 of us, trapped under stones, big as automobiles.
What happened?
5 of us were eventually pulled out.
What happened to the other 2?
What do you think happened?
Do you think this has anything to do with the curse?
Does it matter?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. So, let's see. Okay. those are for. Okay.
Not strong enough. I need something else, too. Still have to do that. Check. Still have to do that.
Okay, so what else do we use to open that then? Oh. Okay, cool. Wait, was it this way? No. The other one? There we go. And the shovel. There we go. Cool.
It won't budge. Must be locked.
Okay. I think this might be a good place to end the video. This is where we will start next time. If you all enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like before you go, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.